Testing, testing, one, two. Yo, Chris, you're first one here today. Hey, did you find your ticket to Baltimore? I know you're looking for that Baltimore ticket. Hey, Sheree. Oh yeah, Southwest Airlines. That's the that's the go-to. You know, Juju Bean. Happy Saturday evening. Hey, Geraldine. Welcome to Saturday night. Just a little chit chat. Give, yeah. You know, hey, Charlene. Let me go back to this. I'm not a fan of, and it's not that I have any inside information, but this is just stuff that I hear from when I worked in the business. I hear from captains and flight crews. Spirit, Allegiant, and Frontier. And they're somewhat shady maintenance records, maintenance history, maintenance practices. You know what I mean? That's why I won't ever fly them unless it's like an emergency or something. Then maybe. But if I had a choice, I would not. I'd rather drive, or take a Greyhound bus for that matter. Hey there, maniacs. So I wouldn't fly Frontier, Allegiant, or Spirit. I have no confidence in them at all. And that's only speaking from experience because I've been in the airline business, right? And this is what I hear from flight crews, from captains that used to work there. Okay, allegedly shady maintenance situations there. So that's why I wouldn't fly any of those. I wouldn't. And it'll cost more money. Whenever someone says, we'd have people come up to the counter and, oh, I'm doing this, I'm planning this. Next time I'm going to fly somebody else. I'm like, okay, good luck with that. You'll come back to United, you'll come back to American, you'll come back to Delta. The big three: United, American, Delta, and then there's Southwest. Southwest has a good maintenance record. They do. So if you got to go budget, go Southwest. Don't go any cheaper than that. My opinion only. My opinion only. The one that's coming here to Brownsville is called Avelo. Avelo. Yeah, Avelo Airlines. Avelo Air is the website, and they got pretty inexpensive fares to uh, Orlando and Burbank, California, which is just outside LA. You can call it LA. I think it's the Bob Hope Airport, if I'm not mistaken. Bob Hope Airport. So I mean, you can get a round trip, $140 or less. That's cheap for round trip. But if you want to check a bag, you're gonna pay. If you want to check a carry-on, you're gonna pay. Most likely, if you need a boarding pass and you don't have it printed out, and you come to the airport and need a boarding pass, you're gonna pay. Just like the other budget carriers. If you want to choose your seat, you're gonna pay. If you just go with whatever seat is available, I think you can get by pretty cheap. And then the problem is they only fly a couple days a week. So you can't just come and go whenever you want. You have to come and go on their schedule. I put the link in the comments there. The link to Avalo Air. Can't see the rest of the chat. Oh, I don't know. Don't know about that one. How much is Disney? Cheap. Look it up. Hey, Christina, what up? Long time. How's New York? How are they holding up over there at the Plattsburgh? Oops, I just posted that. In case you're wondering, if you want another budget airline, they're in Orlando, Vegas, LA. There's another location. I can't think of it right now. But Florida and California at the minimum. Hey, Lucy. What's everybody doing Saturday night? Cold but warming up. Plattsburgh isn't the same without you. Ah, nice of you to say that. I miss Plattsburgh. All the people there were freaking nice. All of them. Everybody there is so cool. Good people in upstate New York, y'all. Are you still at the hotel? Chilling. It is chilling over here. Over here, it's like 53 degrees and possible rain coming. So it's going to be a cool next 24 hours or so. But that's all right. That's all right. Just finished the movies Nadia talked about last night. The Girl in the Shed. Was it good? The Girl in the Shed. Manitoba. Holy crap. That's I used to know where that was. Well, I'll be honest, I'm looking it up right now. Okay, Winnipeg country. Right there in central Canada. One place I want to go to in Canada is BC, British Columbia. That's where I want to go. Yeah. Manitoba, I knew it was in Canada. I just didn't know. I forgot where in Canada. Oh, okay. At least you're working, right? That's the good part. It's Sunday, just chilling in the state cooler. It's 39 degrees Celsius. You know, I never knew how to do that conversion Celsius to, let me see. Convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 39. 102. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a little hot. Vancouver is where I want to go. I would love to see Vancouver. It's better than when I get to relieve my bladder for the second time. Last night was a late night. So what up, Chuck? Ooh, time to update the music here. I'll change it next break here. So I was going to play a little video of kind of like a what would you do? You know, that WWJD, but this one's more like what would you do? Or this one's more like would you do this? Here, let me share this thing. Anybody see this one yet? Hey, Geraldine. Yeah, I was starting to pick up that conversation again. I think people are wondering what the hell is. Where is she? She went offline. Let me see. Yeah, her page is still offline. Chuck, that was a funny comment. I'm still just let's light talk about that. I might pick her up again, stream some of her stuff. Because I mean, I admit it was entertainment, right? It definitely was. But like I said before, you just got tired of it. It became less entertaining and more like it became more difficult to sit through. That's what I'm trying to get in. Oh yeah, they're all streaming their stuff, and I got some downloaded too that I was going to play. So I'll see if I can get in the mood to that coming up next week. I'm pretty sure she ain't working, so but I don't know what happened. Have a good night. Cool. Nice to see you. Thanks, Christina. Right? Is this the longest she's been deactivated? Like lately, I mean? Like she would deactivate for a day and then come back the next day. Or maybe a couple days, but this time it's been gone for a while. I wonder what's going on there. Let's get to this video real quick. Yeah, I heard there were some injuries. What Chuck, I'll talk to you about that. So you're walking down the street, right? And you see a guy running from police. Is this something you would do? There's no audio to this. It's just a closed circuit camera, a security camera. So there's no sound. So I'm going to leave the music running there. All right, watch this. All right, so what happened was a dude was running from police. Good Samaritan, regular Joe Schmo in the middle of the street. He sees what's happening and he decides to take down the perp. Gives him a nice body check. Okay, one more time, but this time, but I don't know if you saw or not, the guy running has got a gun in each hand. So my question is, would you still tackle him, or would you just say, I'm getting out of the way out of this one? You can see the one gun, he tosses the other one or drops it or something. He had a gun in each hand. Yeah, I don't know where he dropped the one. So I don't know if I don't know if that's something any of y'all would do. Or is it kind of a heat of the moment kind of thing? Something you would just jump into without thinking or not think about it too much? If it was just presented at your feet? Yeah, let's see. Maybe she's in Facebook jail. I don't know. One of her other pages is still up. And it's funny. You know what's funny about it? I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. Let me make sure it's still funny. Oh, when you go to that page, it's her face is like in red, the profile picture. when you go there, like the second post is VT Chronicles. This man is so jealous. That's what she did. She showed my video from back then. This is from October. Maybe she's in Facebook jail this time. I don't know. I think all her pages will be off. She can be totally repetitive and it can get a bit boring. It was boring. It just got, she kept talking about the same, like I said it before. This was when she was still on the heels of what happened at the Uvalde, the school shooting. She just kept on with that. And I told you, Bam and I saw we were getting. Once Bam and I were getting tired and sleepy and bored, I was also like, hey, you know what? What? I'm done. Hey, Stephanie Sharp. Glad you can make it. Welcome on Saturday. Glad you can make it. I'm not built like a middle linebacker, but I might try. But I've seen guys try to trip the guy running, and they'll trip him, slow him down enough for the cops to a few more seconds for the police to get there. I've seen that happen. She's not working because of all the court cases she has. She's got a lot of court cases. She might not let it known, but yeah, they all could have been hurt. Even the guy who knocked him down. That's a nasty shoulder injury. I think I'd want to do it, but if I saw he had a gun in his hands, I might think twice. I don't know. You never know. Yeah, right. Trip him, right? Because the gun would have jumped over that fence. Maybe. I don't know. She hates me so much, though. Maybe she does. I don't know. Because there was a while I didn't mention her at all. At all. At all. Didn't mention her at all. But then I heard, I was getting messages, hey, she mentioned your name. She said, she's still mentioned as a hater from Brownsville. Or Manny, the hater behind the mic. That's what she calls her. I was never hating on her. I just commented on her ridiculous commentary, whatever she would say. Her claims. I would comment on her claims. I didn't hate her. Don't hate her. I don't. No, Bam, on the other hand. No, even he doesn't hate her. He'll go after things about her physically. If she does it, if she talks about herself physically, then he'll go and, jump on that as well. She hasn't been working. Yeah, I didn't think so. Been a while since we saw her in scrubs and a stethoscope, right? Oh God, yeah, but she'll never admit it, and that's okay. Trust me, that's okay. Let's see. So, and everybody else, I honestly don't know what's going on with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can tell when she's been going live like that. Like this. She's been getting live like this lately. Just like the fake doctor assistant she might have been exposing by the Manny curse and is not working more. Maybe. Jump over to Facebook. Yeah, so I gotta see. I have to really. I should put a poll. I mean, I know what the answer is going to be already, so it's like, why bother? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was starting to say, I don't know what's going on with all the other drama pages. I call them drama pages. No, I'm not going to call them hate. Although there might be hate between a couple of individuals, but that's like specific hate. So I know that Ophelia is running for mayor of Raymondville against the incumbent mayor and against Roy, who is an ex of Vanessa's, the guy that she used to shack up with. All right. So people would say a vote for her, a vote for Roy is like a vote for Vanessa, kind of. It's just too much of a little too close for comfort for a lot of people. And then yeah, I'm not sure. And then you got the incumbent, I forgot his name, doesn't matter. And then you've got Ophelia, who's just being herself. And don't know if she really had a true intention to make a difference and actually, be mayor because she sincerely, legitimately wants to be mayor, or she's just doing it to maybe throw off the Roy campaign. But I don't know. It seems like, I know people like to think that Trump became president just because he was famous and anybody can become president. And that kind of proved it, I think. I mean, it did. But he actually was not, in spite of whatever you think of him personally, he got stuff done and he could not be bought. That's why a lot of people on the left didn't like him. And he got stuff done. When you got Joe Biden in there, and I know people believed in him early on, or hopes for Kamala, but that started off as a slow motion train wreck, and it's become a high speed train wreck. That's the truth. She turned Roy to her puppet. Yeah, next thing you know, she'll be his chief of staff. Oh, speaking of. Yeah, there's people who like to think that Biden is lowering gas prices, but if anything good comes out the next few weeks, because he's trying to take attention away from his son, Hunter Biden. It is because if Roy gets elected, Vanessa will be running the town behind the scenes through Roy. Yeah, a lot of people believe that. Lots of people believe that. I think the incumbent argument. I hope so. Unless other people want to do well, if Ophelia really wants to make a freaking difference and do something, well, why wouldn't anybody not want that, right? So, an outsider is a 4 or 5 times north of Harlingen, just redneck towns. The 4 or 5 towns north of Harlingen. I know what you mean by redneck. I wouldn't say redneck, but they're out there. Don't drink the water. Shelter in. What up, Didge? They're in the WC event going against Cuba. Oh, the USA against Cuba. That's a game to watch right there. In Australia, we don't vote in our mayor. The councils we elect do. So you got to be picking on who you guys. So the councils, you select who's in the council, and then they select your town mayors or representatives. That's an interesting way to do it. So anyway, I mean, if somebody means good for their town and that's why they're running, hey, more power to them. You know, as long as the intention is legit, I'm okay with anybody running. Oops. Going to take Tuesday off just to see Trump do the O.J. Simpson chase from Florida with the feds. So he's supposed to be arrested, they say, indicted, and because of that, just comes on arrest, just part of the procedure. And I think that's going to be the biggest mistake for the Democrats. All they want, and this is the truth, all they want is a photograph of Trump in handcuffs. I'm for real. They want a photo of Trump in photographs, a Trump in handcuffs on the front page, so they can do this all day. Look, handcuffs, no good. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. That's all they want. It's literally all they want. Why? Because even if they arrest him and even though he gets indicted, he can still run for president, and it's going to get worse for the opposite side. Doing that is going to backfire. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. How much you want to bet? You want to bet? That's what I truly feel. If they would just better themselves and get better people to run against the Trump machine and the DeSantis machine, it's going to be Trump or DeSantis. That's it. That's what it's going to be. The Dems need to put somebody strong there. It's too much. You know, a lot went wrong when all these Democrats started defunding the police, and I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you. Gotta open up. I don't think he'll get elected. Too many think what Manny just said. They vote for Roy's, they vote for her. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Talking about Vanessa now and Roy. And if she hasn't snuggled up to him yet, which I'd be surprised if she hasn't, she will. Digital did when I like the can of worms you opened by having BT on your show. What's Trump's Cash App? I'll send for bail. It's just a formality. I don't think it's something that's going to have a bond or anything like that. I think he's just getting processed. The arrest is a formality of the indictment. They're trying to arrest him for everything. You name it. You name it. Everything but the kitchen sink. Conspiracy this, January 6th that, Russian collusion, Chinese collusion, tax evasion, you name it. They're throwing the book at him. Why? Because they don't want him as president again. They fear him as president again. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to make this a political night or anything like that. That's what they're trying to do, and they think an arrest is going to stop him. An indictment is going to. An indictment doesn't stop him from becoming president. Yes, I'll bet you that he is not the GOP nomination. There's polls done as of yesterday. The polls, including Florida, had him beating DeSantis. But deep down, I think him and DeSantis, they know what they're doing. Maybe they want DeSantis in there. DeSantis is like a mini Trump without the Twitter. That's DeSantis. So it might not be a bad thing. He's a little more of a chilled, a little more. What's the word I'm looking for? A little less orange man bad than orange man. DeSantis is tough. He opened up during the what do you call that thing? When everybody got sick and they were saying it was I don't even know the word for it. I hate saying it. When everybody got sick. I already forgot the term. Oh my goodness. It's a virus or whatever. My husband and I have talked about it, and we think we will be voting for DeSantis. It's not a bad vote. I mean, I got to hear what Nikki Haley's got to. Nikki Haley is formidable as well. Tattoo him up. I'd like to see. I want to see Trump get a tattoo like right here on his neck, so that even when he's got his shirt and tie on, you can still see the tattoo coming up above the shirt. Don't forget Georgia's criminal case against Trump for voter interference, as well as then the federal charges for keeping those top secret documents. Yeah, that they all had, Biden included, right? They all had. Biden had them. Some other judges had them. Even Mike Pence had them. I'm telling you, I think it was a case of, you know what? I'm going to take this work home over the weekend to Mar-a-Lago, and I'll bring him back Monday. And then they just never brought him back. They forget. They got too much crap on their minds. That's what I think. Because they all did it, even on the Democrat side. His name on whose ass? Her name on his ass. Yeah, okay. I hope they aren't successful with their trumped up charges. Oh, they have been. There's like a machine. There's an anti-Trump machine. And they can get away with all kind of stuff. And it's amazing. These are the same things that Democrats get away with. The Democrats do. And there's like a big, ginormous, there's a big, giant puppet handler up there. And his name is George Soros. Nope. Who's a Nazi? Get out of here. Chuck. Chuck, you're funny, bro. I like you. You're funny still. You're still funny. The pandemic. That's what it is. That's the word. I'm trying to get that word out of my mind already. This pandemic. And then they want to blame everything on Trump. Oh, the vaccine. There's no vaccine. Oh, thousands of people are dying every month, every week, every day. Will you do the vaccine? Nope. I'm not. If Trump made it, I'm not doing the vaccine. Remember that? How many people said that? And then he got it done. The vaccine, record time, man. There it is. Start rolling it out. Now they're pushing everybody. Get vaccinated. You get vaccinated? You get vaccinated? You get vaccinated? You get vaccinated. Now they're pushing it all over the place. And it was the China virus, the Wuhan. Wuhan is in China. That's not a racist thing to say. A lot of people like Trump. They really do. Because he's a no nonsense. He'll say stuff that people don't like. I think sometimes, to be honest, he'll say stuff like, and I'll watch it. I'm like, just, or he'll write stuff on Twitter. I could do less of him on Twitter. I'll admit, just take the phone out of his hands. Just take it out of his hands. Go to sleep. Take a nap. Go to bed. That's what I think. Do you know there's a new Florida law that Governor DeSantis he must step down as governor if he officially runs for president? Yep. I don't know if it's a law, but it's usually the case. That's usually the case, Mr. Nobody. How's Bam doing? I haven't seen him since Stephanie Sharp. Yeah, you haven't been here in a while. He's doing better. He can breathe freely now. He doesn't have to wear those little strips that open up his nostrils. Still tender nose, still. But he's breathing a lot better, that's for sure. Thank you for asking. We'll get him back up here the next couple days. George Soros. Yeah. So an arrest warrant was issued. You guys see this? It was an arrest warrant issued for Vladimir Putin for war crimes against children and war crimes in general. But ain't nothing gonna happen. He'll never get arrested because Russia would have to turn him over. Russia would have to hand him over. And that's not gonna happen. Or, what was the other thing? Putin would have to travel outside of Russia and then get caught and picked up. And that's not going to happen. So, I think Putin's just going to stay home on this one. I don't think they'd have a case anyway. Just finished my leftist socialist deep state secret meeting. We are planning future conspiracy against us. What's the conspiracy? Give me one of them. Throw something at me. You need to get Myra back on. She is so opinionated. Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. I saw her post something today. Might not be a bad idea to get Myra back on here. Ask her what she's going to do. Maybe she's going to run again for something. Not a bad idea. I sure will, Stephanie. My 11-year-old is a conservative, not by force, but by knowledge and common sense. Give him a shout out. Protogen on YouTube. Shout out to Protogen. That's cool. He's getting involved in this stuff early. Yeah, Russia's not gonna do that. Russia, that's why it'll never happen. Russia won't turn him over, and he won't travel anywhere to risk getting caught. So Russia's saying they do not recognize the international court. Well, they're not a member of that. So they need to go get him the way Batman got the guy from China at the scene of the airplane. You mean like, remember? Did you guys see the movie, The Interview? About the Korean dictator? What was it? It's, Franco's in the movie, and what's the other guy's name? I forget the other guy's name. That's a funny ass movie. If you haven't seen The Interview, check out The Interview. The first 15 minutes is worth the watch. When they're interviewing Eminem, and Eminem kind of confesses, like nonchalantly to the public on a live interview, that he was gay. Seth Rogen, that's what it is, yeah. Check out The Interview. It's fun. I think it's funny. There was something else in entertainment business. Yeah, see, okay, so Elon Musk says Yeah, there's a reason for this. I'm going to put this headline up here, but there's a reason for why he's saying that. And I just said it a little while ago. Elon Musk predicts Trump will win re-election in a landslide victory if he's arrested. But like I said, it's more important for them to see just a photo of Trump in handcuffs shown around the world. For them, that's a big deal. That's all they want. And that's all that'll happen. Twitter CEO Elon Musk on Saturday predicted that former President Donald Trump will be reelected in a landslide if he is indicted or possibly arrested and potentially handcuffed. If this happens, Trump will be reelected in a landslide victory. That's what'll happen. Like I said, it'll backfire. It will backfire. Remember these words over here. Where am I pointing? Remember these words right there. Right there. I can't do my fingers right here. Tune into the news Tuesday. See if he gets arrested. That'll be the one huge mistake that they will make. If Putin is arrested, he's going to release Trump's golden shower. You know what? I don't care what somebody did in their past, if there's golden showers or whatever, as long as it was consensual. I don't care if there's golden shower tapes or whatever. Chuck, are you Elon hater too? He's only trying to change the world. That's all. Send people to space. Trying to make a good electric car. Electric cars are good as long as you don't live in a frozen state. But yeah, let's. You guys gotta watch on. I know you probably won't subscribe, but Fox Nation got this whole series on Hunter Biden and all of his antics, and it's like Vanessa times 1,000. And yeah, but nobody wants to look at that stuff. And the only reason why, it's not necessarily about Hunter himself, but it's that money's getting kicked up to Daddy-O, Sleepy Joe. It's only because money that he's making from China is getting kicked up to Sleepy Joe. That's the problem. If he had no ties to, was it Burisma, any of those companies at all, or whatever, or countries, then who cares what Hunter Biden's doing? Who cares? He's smoking crack with 3 prostitutes? Pfft, I don't care. Oh, I'll check on Facebook later. Thank you. Give better internet. I really need to get on that wait list right now. I belong to the group, the Starlink group on Facebook. And for the most part, people are happy with what they get. Every once in a while, you'll get your system is not working, or they can't connect, or it's slow. I don't know what's going on. But the majority of everybody who gets it is happy. They're not happy with the cost. The price just went up like $20 or $30. I think that makes it about $125 to $130 a month for the service, and about $600 for the equipment. Right, Kate? Kelly, did you order that stuff? Is that what the pricing is like? But if it works, I mean, that's the other thing he did. Trying to give the world internet. That's why Trump's orange. Too many golden showers. But wouldn't he be yellow then? I don't know. Let's not talk about that right now. Or your 19-year-old digging up the minerals for the batteries. That's not good. Definitely. But just like your iPhone, Elon Musk, you're paying these people in China 80 cents a day to work, or Nike paying those wages that Nike in the Nike factories in China. They're getting paid what, $1 a day or whatever? $1 a day? Yeah, they're making how many billions every year? Michael Jordan's Air Jordans that he wore, I think for the 5th championship. Those are going to go up for auction. I mean, you're going to get 30 million out, whatever. I don't know, millions and millions. That's not right. But if we made that same shoe here in the States and have to pay the wages here in the States, that shoe would cost, instead of $150, it'd probably cost, it'd have to cost like $300, $289. That's the problem. And it's not the problem that it would cost that here. It's a problem that over there, they can get away with paying people 80 cents a day. That's the problem. That is the problem. And that's why so many people here in the States are millionaires all over the world. Millionaires because they've got stuff made in China for super cheap. And they sell it at ginormous profits over here. And that's how you become wealthy. Your cost is super low for goods, is super low. And then you sell it for this much money. That's why you can buy stuff for $19.95 as seen on TV. Because the cost to manufacture the thing, the widget, is $2. Shipped, it's $2. So who's making the money? Oh, the manufacturer is making the money. So dude's making, let's say he's making $2 and he's making $1 on each item, but he's only paying $1 per person in labor. Yeah. Life's fucking fair, right? That's true. I do agree with that. Like thousands of patents Ivanka got from China because of her dad. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Are patents bad? It's not offered out here where I am, but there's a wait list, so I want to get on it. Yeah, it's high, but it's a one-time thing. True. And I think I'm going to change the music now. I think I read you can pay it out. I could be wrong in that part. Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember you have to sign up for it, and as soon as they were going to ship it off to you, they would bill you for it. That's what I remember. I could be wrong too. Let's say change it up. Child or slave labor is still a huge problem in the world. Yeah, it is. And that was sad when I saw that video clip of all those people mining. I think it was India, right? For those materials that they make the batteries with. Or was it Africa? Africa or India? Very sad. Very, very sad. There's a huge off balance between people that are wealthy, super duper wealthy, and those that can barely eat. And this is a problem. Hey, Mama Bear, welcome. Welcome to Saturday night. Where do you see that? I can look it up. I'm going to find it real quick. If I can find it. Hold on. Let me log into YouTube. Confirm whether you're trying to guess it's me. Yes. Okay, I'm looking for got it. There's one of them anyway. Congo. And some of this mining is legal, but most of those people are just running out there, including kids, trying to get in on the action. There it is, cobalt. So, yeah, that's a problem too. Right. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Hey, Alabama mom, how you doing? Happy Saturday night. Has anyone seen the MH370 about that plane that went down? That's on Netflix. Is it a current one? Is it a new one? Because if I can remember, they still haven't found that airplane, right? Still haven't? I think it just vanished. I think it disappeared in a very, 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 very remote part of the Pacific that and it went so deep that they'll never find it. There's so many square miles of ocean. It's like a needle in a haystack. That's sad. Yeah, little kids mining, little kids digging. A lot of health problems come out of that. It's terrible, man. But these are the batteries that you use on your phones, on your laptops, on your every phone you can imagine. That's where that stuff comes from. And we pay so cheap, we buy so much of it. But if that wasn't done, your cell phone, you think it's expensive now at $1,000, your phone would cost $3,000. A Tesla, I don't know what it would cost, 100 grand minimum, 100 grand. And right now they're around, I think the entry level is 40,000, right? The cheapest Tesla, 42. Our MSRP of 42.9. And then once the battery wears out in 5 years, you got to replace the batteries at a cost of like 25 grand. That's the bad part. And then that's got to be recycled and all that, you know? Because there may not be debris. He might have been able to kind of like land, as in Well, okay, a couple of things. He might have been able to do like a controlled landing on the water, just like Sully did in the river, New York. Or I mean, it just crashed so hard, and there are certain parts of the world where nobody lives. It's inhabited. Maybe debris is somewhere, but it can't find it. It hasn't been found yet. I might have to watch that one again. It's sad for the families. It's sad. It's like they don't know what to do. Yep, yep. So think about that. The next time you're buying a cell phone, a Tesla electric car, your Android phone, your iPad, your any kind of tablet, your laptop, whatever, you can think that that battery that's in there came from part of it probably came from what you just saw. Those mines where all those people were digging that you saw in the video. What do you call it? What do you mean? Which one? Every time the world said disappear, I think of Bermuda Triangle. That's a cool place. There are people who have been through that and survived. They go through it every day. Bermuda Triangle. It's like you time travel when you're there. Yeah, MH370. Yeah, MH370. Look that up. If you put that in Netflix search, MH370. Happened a few years ago and it just vanished. It was on radar and then it just turned off. No oil, no kind of debris, nothing. And they went to search for it a few days later, and that transponder, the black box, what they call, got this little alarm that goes off every second, every 30 seconds, something like that, so that it can be located. But it only lasts for like 2 weeks or something like that. So obviously now years later, they're not going to find it. And they couldn't find it then. I just think it sank way too deep in one of the deepest parts of that the ocean has. At some point, you'll see people who are doing research somewhere in the very depths of the Pacific, that it'll come up on some random on a random excursion. Maybe they're filming something for the National Geographic or whatever, or the History Channel, and they'll go down there and they'll find somebody is going to find that airplane or parts of it. Very sad. Yeah, my daughter and I were talking about it. She's the one that told about being on Netflix. I think I'll watch it after your live. The plane vanished. It did. It just off the radar. Never heard from them again. Unionize those people. This is anti-GOP thinking, though. Unions are not always great. Unions are not what they used to be. The airspace above Tibet, strange, and yeah, that too. Right above Tibet. It is. It's fascinating. All right, I'm going to call it a night. Everyone, thanks for hanging out with me for tonight for a little bit. It is 10:42 p.m. Central Time, and I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I've got some interviews coming up, political stuff local to Brownsville. If you're interested, please tune in. I'll post those tomorrow. Hope you all have a great night. Thanks for being with me for a little bit. Have a good night, everybody. Hope to see you again soon.